ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, feel free to analyze it when the price was here. I mentioned this, the way is correct, is really, the way is moving is really corrective, and we can expect the price to drop. Okay, as we can see, the price drop, but when the price reversed, we didn't get any good trade setup based on 1 hour chart. The only way was to trade, to look for, based on 15 minutes, was buying from here. This is a small flag relative to this. No, anyone is in this trade, at least move their stop loss to break even or take out the profit, because the way it's moving is really corrective. Now want to see how we can trade, look for next trade, whether we should look for buy or sell. Okay, first of all, we move to a higher time frame based on daily chart. We can see after this breakdown we get this. Now want to see this is a correction for one more drop, or this is a start of the up move. And if we move to forward chart, all right, mostly right now most of the charts after the Bitcoin drop is similar, and that's why we want to see whether this one can be a correction for one more drop, or this is the start of the up move. Okay, that's why we're looking at this correction. We see how we can trade it. But by the way, if we get any buy setup, this one become deeper, can give us a better trade setup. If we get any buy when the price come to this high, we start to manage it. This is what we can say based on 4 hour chart. And if we move to 1 hour chart, okay, first of all, as I mentioned, after the price drop, when the is reversed, we didn't get any good trade setup unless based on 15 minutes. And all the things is, if this one give a correction, as long as the price is below this high, still we can look for trade within this. But rather than that, we cannot, because still maybe the price can move it higher for one more drop. That's mean if the price can drop again, this is the best we can look for trade. At least we can get the opportunity. But if continue from here, one of the option is if we get the correction again here, then from there we can trade. If we didn't get the correction, the only way to have entry above this. Again, having entry above this, price can tag and reverse. If the price tag within 1 or 2 hours is not moving, we take out the trade. Okay, and if the price continue from here, if you want to trade safer, we want to we don't want to have entry above this, because we mentioned the price easily can take and reverse. We wait for the breakout flag with the sharp move, not the car. If there is, I mean, if we're talking about the flag, what we want the price continue as a really sharp flag, then from there we look for buy. If this one move a bit really corrective, then we cannot buy it. Okay, by the way, right now we don't have any trade setup, because the only way was to trade from here. And again, as I mentioned, if this one turn to a bigger correction, can give us a better trade setup. At least we get one more drop. If there is a continuation from here, first of all, we wait for the breakout flag. The another option, having entry below above this, which is really risky, and unless we get the correction here. Okay, rather than that, I mean, this is what we can say, because what we have right now is not complete. Okay, and the thing is, if the price drop, why if the price drop break this low, still we will be within this correction. I will put this one as an internal correction like this, because this is the top. Okay, and when the price was here, even we mentioned we can expect the price to break the top, this one turned to a running flat for drop. Okay, that's why if the price break this low, I will consider this is the top of this move. We will have this, I mean, we will put this one as a correction relative to each other for one more drop. That's why the breakout of this, any buy from there, I will take it. But if continue from here, we mention how we can trade, and we need to be aware the breakout of this, break and reverse. Okay, because in another option based on forward chart, we mentioned may this one turn to a correction for one more drop. Even based on other charts, we have this. That's why I'm keep mentioning having entry above this is risky, and if we get a better trade setup, okay. Anyway, we just follow the chart. We see how we can trade it. If I see any update or trade that can give us a good trade, I will share. But right now, whatever we have is always a short-term trade. All right, we are looking for the trade that can break this top and continue. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.